Hi, I'm Pam from Live Action Puppets. I'm going to teach you how to do a sewn-in mouth interior that you glue into the puppet so it has a really pretty lip and a clean edge.
First, start with the pattern that already has a sewn-in mouth interior. All the Live Action Puppets have it. You're going to sew that mouth using a locking whip stitch, which it'll be in the directions. It's basically a whip stitch where you pull your needle through the loop to make it nice and tight. That'll create a really tight seam that creates a clean edge. Once you've got your mouth interior sewn in, you're going to glue it into the mouth using contact cement. You apply the contact cement to both the upper and lower mouth plates, being generous. And then you're also going to apply the contact cement to the mouth interior fabric. Here I've labeled it. I know my fabric is thick enough that it won't bleed through. You might want to test it before you put this dark of a pen on. But I use the reference marks and the labels to make sure I align my mouth plate with my mouth interior fabric, matching center to center on the top and on the bottom and the mouth corners. And once I have that, I start to press it in place. And I feel with my fingers as I go so that fabric is laying flat and not wrinkled on the mouth plate. Once I've massaged that in place, I squeeze the foam head and shove it into the covering so I can pop it through and check my work. You're going to check the mouth plates to make sure that that fabric is lying flat and that all the edges lay in the right spot. You can also close the mouth, make sure the center seam on the top and bottom match, and then kind of fluff out the foam so it's sitting properly within that cover. Sometimes it folds. The foam folds in half and you have to kind of shift it around. Once everything's fluffed out and the skin is laying properly on top of the foam, then you can start to do things like trim that little center section where the nose is, where the fur could be a little shorter. Test on a scrap piece of fur before you work it on your actual puppet. And that's how you make a nice, clean, professional puppet mouth.